Hi everyone. So many people ask me, what is this head to toe scan about? Will it do any harm to my body? Is there any hocus pocus involved? Is there radiation involved? What is this anyway? And so I decided to make this video to make it very clear how this thing works and why everyone should have one done. So essentially, what you have to understand is that your body runs on electricity. And we know this because when we look at an ECG test, we can actually see the electrical impulses. And when we look at brain scans, we can see the reading on an EEG of the brain. We can also know that there are times in our lives when we touched a metal object and felt that kind of little sting or shock. And we know that there's static electricity because our bodies run on electricity. The final bit of evidence that you can be aware of is that when a person's heart stops beating and they are in hospital and there's nothing else that can be done, the doctors say clear and they put the paddles on the person and shock their hearts back to life. So we have established that the body runs on electricity. Now, what does that have to do with the scan? Essentially, every single appliance, anything that has electrical current running through it, actually gives off a magnetic field. It's just a fact of life. And I have meters, and many people have used specific meters to test the magnetic field that comes off of different devices. So essentially what this is we are using a magnet in a probe to detect everywhere that there is an abnormality in the magnetic field in your body. You see, your magnetic field is supposed to be neutral, but if it is positively charged or negatively charged, then we know that there's something wrong, and we can detect which area has the biggest blockage, which area has the least blockage, and we are able to treat the blockages in the order in which they need to be treated. And guess what? As soon as we bring your body's abnormal magnetic field back to normal in that trouble spot, your body is then able to heal itself. Now, for your body to heal itself naturally and without a technology like this, your gut would have to be able to absorb the right nutrients that are needed to produce the energy to heal your body. You would also need to be eating the foods with the right nutrients to help your body to fix the problem. Now, a lot of times the food doesn't have what it takes. A lot of times your cells are worn out and tired. Your mitochondria are not working really well, and that's a powerhouse of the cell. And so you're not able to actually unlock the energy from the food in order to help your body to heal. So you could be taking all the medication, but you're wondering, why is my body not working with me? So here's what we do. When we treat you with the scan, we detect the areas of abnormality. These areas will correspond to areas where bacteria are hiding, or parasites or viruses, where you've had an injury or you have a scar that is actually causing a block to your body's ability to heal. And once we correct the charge, the magnetic issue in that area, your body's current begins to move much more freely. Okay, so this device is one in which we can let you literally lie down and relax. You can look out at the tree outside and listen to the sound of birds as we are literally correcting the things that have blocked your ability to heal for years, and in some cases decades. Okay, so a lot of people ask about radiation. The amount of energy that the machine produces when it's treating you, which is called pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, it's a huge thing. But the amount of energy does not pass the amount of energy that you would need to lift your arm. And so it is very biocompatible. It's very compatible with how your body works. It's not in any way jarring. So it's safe enough for a baby or a very old, frail person. And we have had many old and very frail persons who have come to us and they need help to get up on the bed. And as soon as the treatment is down they hop on their own. No, no nurse, I'm fine. And they hop down on their own, full of energy, and are able to do some of the things that they weren't able to do. And that's just after the scan. So the scan actually begins the treatment, though to a much smaller extent than the actual treatments. So how we do this is we give you a scan, and the scan takes an hour, and then we let you come back in a week, and you can do the treatments, and we treat what was found in your body, all the abnormalities, all the blockages, so that your body can talk to itself again. And we do this usually over 4 weeks. If you have a severe autoimmune condition, we may need up to 8 treatments. There's another part of the scan that's very interesting, and we have to understand that. We have to understand that every single germ has a frequency. It has its own magnetic field that it's putting out. And we, knowing the magnetic field, the reading that each germ has, we're able to detect which germs are present with a high degree of accuracy, even higher than if you were to do a swab. Because when germs exist in your body, they hide in these communities called a biofilm. And the scan literally just reads the field. It doesn't care if there's a biofilm. So that there is nowhere in your body that the germ can hide. And when we correct that abnormal, that magnetic field that it gives off, the germ is no longer able to infect. It loses its ability to infect you. And what's beautiful is that unlike antibiotics, it's going to act like a sharpshooter and only kill that germ. So we're going to strengthen your body's ability to fight bacteria, all of these organisms, and we are going to be like sharpshooters and take out the most troubling germs that are affecting your body at any given time. So with that, a lot of people have experienced massive improvement. Or typical patient comes and they have a number of symptoms. They'll say, oh doc, I have headaches, I have knee pain, I have difficulty breathing sometimes, I have a gut issue, and so on and so forth. And we'll say, no problem. And everything is fixed pretty much at the same time. So from day to day, when they come each week, they'll say, oh, my knee pain is not so bad. I still get the headaches. Oh, do you know, my gut is not so gassy. I'm not so gassy, I'm not so bloated, but I still have the headaches, or I still have the anxiety or whatever. But over time, even just 4 weeks can make a significant difference in your health, a significant improvement in the way you feel and experience life and in the things that you're able to do. So this is what some of our patients had to say about it. I mean, I'm going to let you hear that in a little bit, but let me just share that some of the most significant changes that I've seen in patients included someone who was diabetic hypertension who walked with a stick, and she's no longer diabetic hypertension with a stick. There was a stress factor that also dealt with for her. We discussed it and the way to deal with it. And with all of that, everything went away within a month, right? But true, she no longer was hypertensive, diabetic, or walked with a stick. Another shocking patient is one who had, and shocking, no pun intended, but there's a patient who was struck by lightning and her body just was not the same afterwards. But we were able to help her and make her body feel like it was just, normal again. We've also had people who have fallen out of elevators, people who have, one lady in particular shattered her arm. And, the doctors were saying, absolutely, you're going to need surgery for this. She went to the best orthopedic surgeons, 2 in fact, and they said, you absolutely need surgery. And believe me when I tell you that if her doctor said she needed surgery, my view was that she needed surgery, but she decided, no, I'm going to come and do this treatment. And she booked in, and she came and she did the treatments. After 4 treatments, all her bones came back together in the right place. It's like the body had its own knowledge of how to heal itself. So without further ado, let me just let you have a peek at what some of our patients had to say about this scan. Until next time, I really hope I've clarified everything. Till next time, take care. I hope to see you soon, because we just love transforming people's bodies and lives.
So after I did my head to toe body scan, I can tell you guys I am sleeping like a baby. I used to be up hours, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I cannot sleep. I tell you, sleep is my best friend right now. I'm rested, I'm full of energy, and I have not even, it has been weeks since I've said the word tired. I'm so energetic. I sleep well at night. Trust me, this is the best thing that I've ever done. So take my advice, try it.
And I came and I did weekly treatments, and now the gassiness is gone. My stomach feels awesome. I feel normal in terms of my stomach. It feels great. My hormones, they're doing a lot better.
I brought my dad here about 6 weeks ago. He was not able to walk properly. He was feeling a lot of pain in his stomach, and he seemed to be on the verge of dementia. And I heard about Dermacare and how they have quality care to care for our elderly and our loved ones. And I brought my dad here, and I can say after about 3 to 4 treatments so far, I've seen a significant improvement in his health. He's now able to walk around on his own. Before he needed assistance with a walker or someone had to hold his hand. Now he's able to walk around on his own. He's even able to climb up a little hill, which is in the back of the yard. Yes, he could, so his balance is much better. He's not complaining about a lot of burning in his pee, and he used to itch a lot. He's not complaining about itching, and so on.
Okay, with a head to toe scan, what I noticed that I felt a difference in my body. My body it felt like it just came back to life. Before, I felt like I was dying. My body was it was no use to me. I used to drag myself around. I didn't have much energy, but from I started to get that scan, they treated every part of my organs, and also from my eyes, teeth, everything, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I'd recommend it to anybody.
I really enjoy it. It's really like a therapy. So relaxing. I think I want to treat myself even once a month and come and forget about all the cares of this world. And it has rejuvenated me, full of life. Thought I was energetic before. I'm energetic plus.